So, it's another week, which means another round of news regarding WWE 2K26. This past week, I decided to wait it out and see what kind of information would be available when it comes to 2K26, whether it was any confirmation from 2K themselves, leaks, or the rumors and speculations in the streets. Boy, did waiting pay off, because I feel like we got some of that last week. Of course, the enormous elephant in the room, which I feel has to be addressed first, is the WWE 2K26 Attitude Era Edition. Now, this was revealed in last week's episode of SmackDown, and after seeing the trailer and being mesmerized by the art cover, I mean, look at it. Oh my goodness. You have the Ministry Era Undertaker, Mass Kane in his reverse attire, Trish Stratus and Lita from their rookie years in WWE, and the most electrifying man in all of entertainment, The Rock, my GOAT. Oh, the excitement is at an all-time high. But what truly has me excited, besides seeing 90s Rock or Mankind being thrown off the cell for the millionth time, by the way, Mankind confirmed for 2K26, or getting a glimpse of the original Mass Kane, was something I talked about in my last video, the Inferno match. That match stipulation is potentially making a return, according to Mr. Mike Strahl of Insider Gaming. What makes the report a little bit more credible is that if you go to the 16-second mark on the trailer, you get a quick visual of Undertaker and Kane's Inferno match from 1998. If that's not a sign of a return, hey man. But that's the gist of the trailer. There wasn't any gameplay footage to accompany it, as it was straight archival footage, and no real news besides the pre-order going up on January 30th. Hopefully when that day comes around, a little bit more detail can be beside it, cause I'd like to know what bonuses, whether it's Superstars or Arenas, are included in this edition. I guess we'll have to wait until January 30th. What's going on? It's Juvenile Prince. As I'm in the middle of recording, WWE and 2K announced during Saturday night's main event that we're getting another edition of WWE 2K26. We're getting the Monday Night Wars edition, and my head dang near blew off just hearing about this announcement. While details are not present about what's included in this version, as we'll possibly have to wait until January 30th, Michael Cole during the Saturday night's main event broadcast did shed a little information. Here's what he had to say. Last night we announced the Attitude Era edition of WWE 2K26. Now you can also pay homage to the epic war between WWE and WCW with the Monday Night War edition, featuring early access and bonus content from some of the biggest legends from Raw, Nitro, and more. The Monday Night Wars edition of WWE 2K26 includes the most content of any edition of WWE 2K26. Pre-orders begin next Friday, January 30th. Stay tuned to Raw Monday night for more exciting announcements around WWE 2K26. From what Michael Cole said, it appears that the Monday Night War edition is the ultimate one that will include everything from the base game, Season Pass, the Attitude Era edition, as well as content exclusive to the Monday Night War edition, which, from my guess, would have to be more WCW content. Whatever that content is, I am optimistic that 2K will hit a home run. With that being said, wait. I don't know what day this video is coming out, but when it does, I'm sure CM Punk has already been revealed as the base game cover star. I thought I'd mention that. Now, I guess back to the original video.
And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
In other areas of the news, last week 2K posted on their socials a few teasers as it pertained to the cover star of, I guess, the basic edition? Throughout the week, superstars from the Raw, NXT, and SmackDown brands were asked who they'd like to see as the cover star. In the Raw teaser video, if you were to pull out your detective bifocals, the answer possibly for the cover star is there, as if you pause on the Raw teaser video at the 11-second mark, CM Punk. Mr. Charles Montgomery Punk's name is plastered all over with his catchphrase and t-shirt slogans, the best in the world and hell froze over respectively. The interesting thing about these teaser videos is that anybody who was asked about the cover star is pretty much confirmed for 2K26, right? But what had me intrigued and once again ready to take the bait came from a few people. As we move over to the NXT brand, we got a dose of glamour as Blake Monroe was a superstar to kick off that video. Seeing Miss Monroe got me excited because I am a huge fan of hers. An aspect that also has me amped about Blake Monroe's inclusion this year is her entrance, because it's truly one of the most creative entrances currently on WWE television. And I can't wait to see how 2K/VC captured it for this year's game. As Monroe exits, we transition to personally what I feel as the "I didn't see this on my bingo card" Steve Corino. Now, Steve Corino, for those that don't know, is a decorated wrestler. He spent time in ECW, Ring of Honor, and the NWA. His inclusion is raising some eyebrows due to all the possibilities. With CM Punk being the rumored showcase and the history that these two have, could we possibly see Corino and Punk duke it out in a fantasy setting, potentially in an ECW arena? Or will the king of old school be a trainer during the playthroughs of My Rise? Whatever the case is, if Steve Corino does make an appearance in WWE 2K26, this will be his first appearance not only in a 2K game, but in a wrestling game in close to 26 years. The last game Steve Corino was in was ECW Anarchy Rules for the Dreamcast and PlayStation 1. I say it's about time that the non-appearance streak comes to an end. The last bit from the NXT video comes from one Lexus King, as his reply had me grinning from ear to ear.
I'd have to say the honor goes to the loose cannon, Brian Pillman.
Yes, yes, yes. That's right, folks. The loose cannon Brian Pillman might be making his return to the 2K series. If that's the case, this would be Pillman's first appearance since WWE 2K17. And given the announcement of the Attitude Era edition and the theme of that, Pillman's possible return is perfect timing, honestly. Finally, the SmackDown teaser had a certain pioneer's name dropped. When Michin was asked about her pick for the cover star, here's what she had to say.
Has to be AJ Lee. Just for nostalgia purposes, especially for me.
Yep, AJ Lee is confirmed, which I'm pretty sure everybody knew. The way that Michin names drop AJ Lee though, has me wondering if AJ Lee will be a part of the base game, or does 2K expect us to run those pockets? Personally, I could see AJ as a part of the day one roster because I still feel that the AJ and Punk match will be a part of the showcase. We'll just have to wait and see an official announcement. And even more other news for WWE 2K26. We have even more information that comes from Mr. Mike Strahl of Insider Gaming, who has a few new tidbits about this year's game. Beginning with the good first, and I don't know where this clip originally came from, but credit to the original platform as well as credit to Chicago One fan on Twitter for clipping it. But in the video, Mr. Strahl states info from his sources. The information he was given addresses a returning game mechanic, a return of a forgotten weapon, as well as improvements to the game this year. Speaking to the player base, Mr. Strahl states from his source, they're gonna get stackable tables. You won't have to manipulate the tables to do that. That will be native. They're adding a shopping cart from what I have in front of me that you can use. When asked about whether opponents could be placed in the shopping cart by his fellow co-host, Mr. Strahl replied with, I hope so, as he wasn't given any further details regarding the shopping cart. The clip continues with Mr. Strahl, an improved reversal system, and double the number of Creative Superstars slots. The closing bit of news pertains to Universe Mode, as Mr. Strahl states, Universe Mode will have the draft back in it. Boy, that is a lot to unpack. You know, stackable tables making its return have been long overdue and something fans have been fiending for the longest. I want to say it was last year at Elimination Chamber 2025 where Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn had their match. If you remember, there's a point in that match where Zayn sets up a table and then Owens follows by stacking another table onto that one. At that moment, I'm sure every 2K fan was looking at 2K like, You want proof of stacked tables happening on TV? Well, here you go. Going off the words of Mr. Mike Straw, it seems like the mechanic could be akin to how it was in previous games with a simple button press, which, if that's the case, is a positive for older players and potentially newer ones. Continuing with weapons, we have the shopping cart, which hasn't been seen since SmackDown Here Comes the Pain. Now, I don't have a problem with the shopping cart making a comeback. To me, additional weapons adds more variety, but the issue I might have is how it will be utilized in-game. Because if all you can do is strike/push the cart into opponents, then the shopping cart will quickly lose its appeal. What I'm wishing for is grapples to go along with the shopping cart, where you can place opponents in the cart and fling them towards aisle 5 or another kind of unique grapple animation. That way, there's a little bit more juice to the shopping cart at launch before it entirely loses its appeal. Next is the improved reversal system. This could be interesting because there are countless directions that 2K could take for their defense mechanic. Whether it's altering the breaker system, or returning to a trigger reversal, or bringing back reversal slots, or implementing a reversal into a reversal counter. The possibility is honestly endless, and I can't wait for more information about the reversal system this year. As for Universe Mode and its return of the draft, I hope that this isn't the only update the mode sees this year. Don't get me wrong, I am happy for the draft's inclusion, but this bit of news seems like we're getting a crumb-sized update once again for Universe, which I hope isn't the case. And then finally, I do mean it this time, with the last bit of news for the video. We're going to be talking about everybody's favorite mode, the Island. I bet as soon as I said that, people's faces turned to disgust and they instantly became sick by the simple mention of the mode. But we have a synopsis on the likely direction for the story this year. A new article from Mr. Mike Straw on Insider Gaming states, sources close to the game have told Insider Gaming that the mode, which made its debut in WWE 2K25, is coming back with a new story that piggybacks off the ending of last year's. For those of y'all who don't know, once you've beaten Ultra Instinct Roman Reigns, Paul Heyman will appear after teasing the island for next year's game. Once again, I can guarantee, had people gagging. But Mr. Straw continues, the story in WWE 2K26 will see a power struggle among 3 factions on the island of Relevancy. This is due to the fact that Roman Reigns is no longer the tribal chief. One of the 3 factions Insider Gaming understands will be called the Order of Anarchy. I'm not going to lie, the name of that faction sounds pretty rad. For me, when it comes to the island, I wasn't a fan of the mode due to a few reasons, though I understand a minority of players enjoy their time. If that synopsis has you intrigued, then you might want to give the island a try in 2K26. Whew, man, that seemed like a lot. But that's the news for WWE 2K26 from this past week. Let me know down below what your thoughts are on the Attitude Era edition, as well as the Monday Night Wars edition. Is it an instant cop for y'all, or do you need some more info before deciding? Also, who is your favorite wrestler from that time period? Also, what are your thoughts on the stacked tables, shopping cart, and the other stuff I talked about in this video? It's Juvenile Prince, and as always, until the next video.